Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Spider, and welcome back to another review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Creation's 1968 Godzilla. So to start things off, we'll take a look at the packaging. So, here we have the box here, which is a little beat up, but it's alright. I was actually honestly surprised I still had this thing, considering I got it back in 2013, which was, what, 12 years ago now? Yeesh. Anywho, so the box here has a picture of Final Wars Godzilla for the back, Godzilla in Japanese, Godzilla in big, bold, silver letters on the front. You have this red, destroyed city in the background, which looks quite cool. You got the side of the box, you got the other side of the box, you got the back of the box with other figures you can get of this wave, which I actually have reviewed all of these guys, and if you want to check those out, there'll be a link in the description. You got some words and a barcode, and you got the bottom of the box, which is very dusty, and that's pretty much it for that. Onto the figure. Alrighty, so here we have the figure. And this mold was originally released in 2007, however this is the 2013 reissue version. And other than some minor paint differences, I don't think there was any major changes between the releases. The figure itself is based on the design of Godzilla from Destroy All Monsters, but really could be used to represent any of the appearances the suit made, because they reused it in like 4 different movies. Anywho, the figure's articulation, it's got some rotation here at the arms. The legs can kick forward, but only at an angle. They can both kick like that. And he does have a rotation at the tail. It does kind of disalign the spines if you do it, but hey, it's articulation. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, pretty standard for Bandai Creation. It's just 5 points of articulation. Nothing at the head, unfortunately, but hey, what are you gonna do? Now, onto the details. We'll bring the figure a little bit closer, bring the camera up a little bit, and focus in on that big old noggin of his. So here we have Godzilla's face here. His mouth, which is very pink. I'm not sure why they went with such a bright pink color for the face, for the mouth. Didn't really look like that in the films. It was more of a darker color, but what are you gonna do? He's got some white on the teeth here, and the teeth are not individually sculpted, but they are individually painted. So that's nice. And there's a little bit of white bleeding onto the rest of the mouth, but for the most part, the teeth are painted decently. You got his eye, the nice black pupil. You got spikes, which go down all the way down the back and to the tail. And they stopped painting the spikes around here, which is fine. I think that's typically how the suits work anyways. And the dorsal spines are fairly accurate to how they appear in the movie. You got the rest of them, and they really did a very good job with the scales and molding in all the scales, because it's all throughout the body. And it looks very well done. And you got the underside of the tail. Looks like that. You got the bottom here with some writing. You got some logos and dates and stuff. He has claws, which are painted gray for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but they painted all his claws gray, which is kind of an odd choice, because I'm pretty sure in the movie it was more of a whitish color. So gray is interesting, but it doesn't look bad. It is, however, not painted all the way around, so that's kind of unfortunate. You can see the bottom of the claws are left completely unpainted, so that's a little disappointing, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, and something you might notice is that the figure is very tall. It's pretty big for a Bandai Creations figure, because they're usually around like 6'6.5", and this is a little bigger than that, so it's kind of interesting. I don't know why they decided to make him so big, but they did. You got the front on of the face here. They did a pretty good job capturing the look of this particular Godzilla, I think, anyways. Got some gray on the knees. The only thing is that his legs, his arms, I feel are a little stubby. I feel like they're kind of short for the body. I mean, you can kind of see like they barely come past his chest. So either the body is too wide or the arms are too small. And the tail also seems kind of small. But I've heard there actually is a reason for the tail being smaller. Apparently they had to make it so that the figure could fit in the box. Bring that back here. You can see, he's got to fit in here, so they couldn't make the tail too much longer, otherwise it wouldn't fit. So that's understandable, but the arms are a little weird. Also, for some reason, the legs like to bow outwards. Which is kind of funny. The last figure I reviewed, the legs like to bow inwards, and these ones like to bow outwards. So when he's standing, you can see the sides of his feet are kind of sticking off the ground. So that is odd. I'm not sure if that's just my copy or if they're all like that. So, yeah. So the figure isn't perfect, but it's pretty decent. Yeah, it's pretty fun. So, I think that is all I have to say about the figure. So now we shall move on to the size comparisons. Alright, so to start things off, as always, here we have it with a LEGO minifigure. The Packet Destruction minifigure Mothra. The Packet Destruction minifigure Godzilla. With his little boy, the Packet Destruction minifigure Minya. Here's with the Bandai Creations 1954 Godzilla. There he is with his wave mates, the Bandai Creations Showa Gigan and Godzilla 2000. And again, you can see like he's even quite a bit taller than they are. It's just, yeah, especially considering that Gigan was supposed to be either the same height or taller than this version of Godzilla. Yeah, it's very strange they made him so big. Anyways, here it is. Finally, with the previous review, the Playmates 1968 Gorosaurus. And actually, I think that's kind of how they scaled in the movie, even though these are from two entirely separate toy lines. That's interesting. Alright, now that we're done with the size comparisons, it is now measuring time! Alright, so let's raise up the camera a little bit here so we can see it. See what we're doing here. So you can see that, yeah, he's basically 7 inches tall. Yeah, he's 7 inches, so yeah, he is a bit bigger and feels quite a bit bigger than the other Bandai Creation Godzilla figures, so it kind of sticks out. But if you like a bigger Godzilla figure, this one is for you. Anywho, that is pretty much it for this review. And overall, it's pretty decent, I like it. I think it does a fairly decent job of capturing the look of the 68 Godzilla. And although there was, I believe, an earlier figure in 2006 that was from the Bandai Japan line, that while it was a bit smaller than this, it looked actually a bit better. But we're not here to talk about that figure, we're here to talk about this figure, and this one is pretty decent. Again, it does have some shortcomings, like the short arms and tail. But it's not bad. It's fun. And, crap. Well, Well, that's embarrassing. This is usually when I would tell you what this figure is going for nowadays, but I forgot to look that up before I did this review. So that will be not linked, that will be put in the description, because I forgot to do it. Whoops, my bad. Anyways, I think that's all I've got to say about this figure, so I hope you all enjoyed. See you later. Sayonara. Bye.